They looked at you and saw not just who you were, but who they could become, and the becoming terrified them more than the staying small ever had. There is a version of the future the avoidant has been quietly, privately constructing in the background of their life for as long as they have been capable of imagining one. Not an elaborate vision. The avoidant does not typically deal in elaborate visions of futures that require other people's sustained presence to sustain. More of a shape, a general outline of a life that is manageable, controlled, navigable on their own terms, not excessively exposed to the specific kind of loss that genuine attachment makes possible. A life that is good enough, functional, safe in the particular way that lives built around self-protection are safe, reliably, consistently, without surprise. And then they encountered you, and the shape changed, not through any decision they made, not through any conscious revision of what they wanted or who they imagined beside them in the general outline, but in the involuntary, unannounced way that genuine encountering always changes things, beneath the level of choice, beneath the level of intention, in the part of the avoidance interior that their management strategies were never quite able to reach. You appeared in the future they had been constructing, quietly, insistently, with the natural ease of something that belongs somewhere finding its place. And the future with you in it was not the careful, controlled, safely navigable future they had been building. It was larger, more exposed, more alive, and that precisely is why they ran. The avoidance relationship with their own potential is complicated in ways that rarely get acknowledged. They are, frequently, people of significant depth and capability, people who carry an interior richness that their self-protective habits prevent from being fully lived. The management of their attachment fear requires the management of their aliveness. Walls built against loss are walls built against everything. The self that is protected from the devastation of genuine losing is also, necessarily, the self that is protected from the fullness of genuine living. They know this. Not always consciously, but in the felt sense of someone who has, at various moments, glimpsed the version of themselves that genuine connection might make possible, and then, frightened by the glimpsing, retreated back into the manageable smallness of the protected life. The glimpse hurts in the specific way of things that are real but inaccessible. It is the hurt of capacity without courage, of potential without the willingness to risk the exposure that potential requires. You made that version of themselves visible. Not by telling them who they could be, the avoidant does not respond to being told. By simply being who you are, in the full and grounded and unperforming way of someone whose wholeness makes other people's wholeness feel possible by demonstration. In your presence, the version of themselves they have been keeping at a careful distance became briefly, unbearably near. The staying away is not the rejection of you. It is the rejection of the size of the life your presence made visible, a size their fear has not yet grown large enough to inhabit. They see their future in you, the real one, the larger one, the one that would require them to lay down the protection and become, finally, and without the safety net of managed distance, the full version of themselves. And they are not ready, not because you are too much, because the future you represent requires them to be more, and more, for someone built around the architecture of less, is the most frightening destination in the world.